Good morning and welcome back. It is 6:23.
Well, it's a simple home that's become a part of history here in Hawaii, but the future of President Barack Obama's childhood home in Manoa may be in doubt. And joining us over Skype is civilbeat.com editor John Temple. John, good morning.
Good morning.
John, so we understand it's not the home that's part of the controversy, it's the lawn. Can you explain that?
Yeah, well, initially, when the church bought the property where President Obama lived for 3 years in the 60s, the church wanted to knock down the house because they needed the extra space for parking for another sanctuary. But what happened was then they discovered it after the 2008 general election that it had been Obama's home, even though it still doesn't look like it did when Obama lived there. So now what they actually want to do is just surround it by a parking lot and put cars around it. That's a real problem, obviously, and the neighbors are not happy.
And John, clarify exactly, we know it's in Manoa, exactly where's the house and what are the problems right now? Is the church trying to say that they're not going to do it, or are they going to go on and build a parking lot instead of that house there?
Well, the church is at 2234. The home is at 2234 University Avenue, so it's right on University Avenue in Manoa. The church, I think, is trying to be responsible. They know that they've got a property now that has value different than it had when they purchased it. But they need parking because they want to have another sanctuary. So it seems almost like the church may try to sell this house and buy another house, which it can knock down to turn into a parking lot. But frankly, that'll run into problems with neighbors too, because nobody wants more parking in their residential neighborhood because it sort of devalues the property values. So the church is kind of in a bind, and one thing they did in 2007, they experimented by just parking on the lawn around the house. Well, that's also not very dignified either, right? So this is a very, very thorny problem, I'd say, for the church, and the neighborhood is concerned.
Well, it is a very interesting issue, John, and I know that you talked to the renters in that home, and so you can find the complete story we just talked about at civilbeat.com. John Temple, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
You're very welcome. It's good to be with you. Aloha.